Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, April. Good morning. Good morning. We gotta speak up. We have to speak out. I want to give some people some time to get on this morning. I hope that your day is blessed. This Monday, I want to talk to you about some things that I believe that is going to be impactful for you for this particular week. And just for the continuation of this year. So just come on in, come on in, come on in. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Please state where you're from. Once you come on, state where you're from, state where you're from, state your name and where you're from. And if you can share the video, go ahead and share the video. You can tag four people that you believe need some inspiration, some empowerment. Go ahead and tag those four people. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Team Increase 2019 2019. If you haven't followed us on Facebook, it's Increase CORGL or Tamira L Bell, TIMERA L Bell. But good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Speak that into the atmosphere that it is already yours. That thing that you're desiring, that thing that you spoke over your life, that thing that you said that you were going to get this year, go ahead and speak, decree, and declare that it's already yours. It is already yours. You got it. It's already yours. I just want you to believe it. I want you to receive it. I want you to speak those things into the atmosphere. I want you to speak up and speak out. It is not too late. Who told you it was too late? I'm here to tell you today, it is not too late. Somebody say, it is not too late for me. It is not too late for me. It is not too late for me. Hello, good morning. Good morning. As you come on, state your name and where you're from. State your name and where you're from. Good morning, Spain. Good morning. It's not too late for you. It's not too late. God is working that miracle out for you. God is working it out for you. Somebody need to say that to themselves. God is working this out for me. God is working this out for me. Amen. Amen. You guys, I'm not gonna be on here long. I just want to get on here and talk to you all about speaking up and speaking out. Speaking up and speaking out. I am Prophetess Tamira Bell, also known as Coach Tamira Bell. And this morning I want to impart in you, and I want to give you a few inspirational nuggets that's going to help you for the continuation of this week. All right, so what I want you to begin to understand is this: that you have the authority. Somebody say, I have the authority. No, uh it ain't just my authority, but you also have the authority. You have the authority to speak up on behalf of your life. You have the authority to speak out on behalf of your life, and you have the authority to tell the enemy, to tell your circumstance, to tell your situation, no, this is not how it's going down. This is not about to take place. But I speak up and I speak out. I decree and declare that this is not the end of me. I decree and declare that this is temporary. I decree and declare that I will not deal with this anymore. I want you to understand this morning that you have the power. You have the authority. I know sometimes it does not look like it. It does not look like things are working out in your favor. But I come this morning to tell you it will work out in your favor. You need to trust God. You also need to trust in yourself. You need to believe that your voice has a sound. You need to believe that your voice have power. You need to believe that your voice have authority. Why? Because it do. Your voice is more powerful than you can even imagine. And you have to speak it into the atmosphere. You have to speak it. I know it's not looking the way you're saying it's supposed to look. I know it's not looking the way you wrote it down, but I need you to remember what you spoke. I need you to remember what you spoke, what you decreed, what you declared. What you declare. Some of you have spoken over your life and you have continuously said that you're going to have a better life. How many of you have spoke that over your life, that you're going to have a better life, that you're going to live a better life? How many of you have spoken over your life that your living arrangement was going to shift, your living arrangement was going to become better? How many of you spoke over your life that your money was going up? Good morning, Lisa. How many of you spoke over your life that your living arrangement was going up, your living arrangement was getting better? How many of you spoke that your money was going up, that your money was tripling, your money was quadrupling, your money was doubling? How many of you spoke that over your life, that this was going to happen for you? How many of you said that my business is going to prosper? How many of you made up in your mind to leave corporate America and you said that your business, not my business, but your business was going to replace your income? You said that your business was going to make you a great living. How many of you have spoken millionaire upon your life? How many of you have spoken that you're going to make six figures? I just want to know, if you have spoken these things over your life, I just want you to put it in a chat. I spoke it, right? Say, I spoke it. And what I want you to understand, how many of you said that your children were going to live a better lifestyle than you? How many of you said that you were going to give your children a greater lifestyle than the lifestyle that they have right now, than the lifestyle that you ever had? If you spoke any of these things upon your life, I want you to put in the comment, I spoke it. Right? I spoke it. That's right. So you spoke it. So the fact is, you spoke it out of a place of power. You spoke it out of a place of authority. You spoke it out of a place of passion. You spoke it out of a place of belief. You believed when you spoke it that it was going to come to pass. You believed it, right? If you believe that, I want you to put, I believed it, because I need you to understand something. We're going to backtrack in a moment, but I need you to understand something. So you spoke it. You spoke those things into the atmosphere as though it already is. Some of you, I want you to look around where you are right now. If you're in your house, I want you to look around your house right now. I really do. I want you to look around your house, okay? Okay, if you drive a vehicle, I want you to put your vehicle in your mind, all right? If you don't have a vehicle, I want you to imagine not having a vehicle. I want you to put all of that in your mind, right? Mm-hmm. Now, does that look like, does your home look like what you spoke? Does your vehicle look like what you spoke? Okay, now I want you to look at your business. I want you to look at your business. I want you to literally concentrate on your business. Now, does your business look like what you spoke? If it looks like what you spoke, I want you to say, yes. If it don't, I want you to say no. I want you to just be honest with yourself. If it looks like what you spoke, say yes. If it don't, say no. All right. Now you see the reality. I wanted you to see that because guess what? This is your reality, but what you spoke is not what you see. But guess what? What you spoke allowed and caused what you see to be temporary. I want you to catch this. I want you to understand this. What you spoke out of your mouth caused what you see in reality to be temporary. So what is happening is some of you are being driven out of a place. I'm going to say that again. Some of you are being driven out of a place. You're being driven. That means you're being forced out of a place. Why? Because it's temporary. It's temporary. And the reason it is temporary is because you spoke something else. You spoke something else that caused it to be temporary. Now, I need you to understand something. What are you doing to gain the enhancement, to gain the promotion? What are you doing to have a better lifestyle? What are you doing to have a better life? What are you doing to receive what you spoke? Not what I spoke, but what you spoke, because you know what kind of house you want to live in. You know the type of business you want to run. You know the type of vehicles you want to drive, because we all a little different. We all a little different. So you know these things. So what have you put in place in order to fulfill those things? See, this is where we got to be real. We got to have real moments here. That's why I said speak up and speak out, because you're speaking things, but now it's time that you understand, no, the enemy is not stopping you. I need you to understand that. The enemy can't stop you. Somebody really need to hear that this morning, that the enemy can't stop you. The enemy can't stop you in business. The enemy can't stop you with your family. The enemy can't stop you in your home. I need you to say that over your life. The enemy cannot stop me. Good morning, Angela. Say the enemy can't stop me. The enemy cannot stop me. You need to let that marinate, because I need you to understand that the enemy does not have enough power to stop you. I don't care how hard it looks. I don't care what it's looking like right now. I need you to understand that the enemy cannot stop you. Somebody, I need you to receive that he can't stop you. All right. I know the last 6 months, there was a shifting in your life. There were some things that you promised yourself, and you said to yourself that you were going to have this year. You said that to yourself. And there were some things that came, and you were saying to yourself, God, I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm stuck. If that's you, just raise your hand. I feel like I don't know how to come out of this. Or you may be that person that feel like I'm living a continuous cycle. Every time I'm doing good in life, something always hits me and knocks me down. You may feel like there is a cycle going on in your life. And can I help you? If you feel that way, then yes, you are living a cycle. Why? Because sometimes we get comfortable, right? We get comfortable. What do I mean by that? What I'm saying is this. I need you to understand, you will get comfortable to a place where when everything starts to go good in your life, you will slow down the pace. You will get lazy. You will stop where you are. And then sometimes you will allow the mouths of other people to literally demote you. But I want you to say in this hour, and I want you to say today, that you are not going to allow the enemy to use anyone in this season to demote you. There will be no more demotions in your life. I need you to say this morning to yourself that I am no longer going to let people stop me and cause me to be in a box. I want you to say to yourself this morning that I am no longer going to allow what goes on around me to be my hindrance, because God told me that I can be the head. He said, I am the head and not the tail. God told me that I can have all things. Y'all got to understand, he said, I can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens me. So if I speak it into the atmosphere, that means it has to come to me. And when it comes to me, it is coming because I spoke it. Y'all got to understand something. Sometimes we find ourselves speaking things into the atmosphere that dismiss what we really desire. Oh man, have you ever been in a place where it seemed like everything was going wrong, and the next thing you know, you broke out in a sound, you broke out with a cry, and you begin to reject those very things that you spoke? My God, I want you to understand that no, do not do that in this hour. I want you to be bold enough to say, I'm going to be bold in silence. I'm going to be bold in silence. Somebody say, I'm going to be bold in silence. What am I saying? What I'm saying is, when it does not look like when it doesn't look like it's working out for you, I want you to be bold in silence. I want you to stand on faith while not opening up your mouth, because the enemy will use your mouth to reject what you spoke. The enemy will use your mouth to reject what you spoke. Don't nobody got time for that. God told you that you can have it. I'm here today to tell you it's yours. It's yours, regardless of what it looks like. Come on now, it's yours. Why? Because the enemy can't take it from you. He can't take what you spoke. He can't take what you spoke. And I'm a living witness to it. I've seen things that I've spoken into the atmosphere, and it looked like there was no way possible I was supposed to receive it. But I believed in what I spoke. I believe that I have the power and the authority in my tongue, and I can have it. I can have it. And what did God do? He stood on what I spoke. I need you to understand that the minute you speak something into the atmosphere, the minute you speak something over your life, the enemy's job is to bring doubt to you. The enemy's job is to make you doubt. That's why in a season of your life, I need you to understand this. Okay, the best way I can relate to this is sports. Okay. So I remember my sophomore year in college, and we were undefeated. We had, we were winning every game. And the thing was, I remember, now watch this. I'm finna help somebody. I gotta help you today. If you need help, I just want you to say, help me, right? All right. So I remember in college, all right. So before our season started, I came up with a saying, right? And God told me if I came up with this saying, and I said it before every game, we were gonna go undefeated. He said it, he spoke it to me. Now I've always been a person of faith. Faith is my thing, that's something I carry. That's my baby there, because I believe that faith is so powerful, right? And so I remember I was like, God, wait a minute. I was used to, watch this, I was used to speaking things silently, like in my own space, right? But at that moment, God told me this. He said, now I want you to tell your teammates what I just told you. And I said, you want me to tell them that if I say this before every game, we're going to go undefeated and win the championship? And I said, whoa, I never done that. Wait a minute. So now I'm in a room full of people that may doubt me. I'm in a room full of people that may not walk in one accord with me. I'm about to help you right now. And so I did exactly what God told me to do. I told him, God said, if I come up with this saying, we say this saying before every game, we're going to go undefeated and win the SIC championship. This was before the season even started, right? Guess what they did? They laughed at me and they said, Tamir, you better not say that saying. You crazy, girl, right? So they laughed at me. I remember we was at Kentucky State University, and my coach had never said this. He said, does anyone have anything to say? And I was like, they told me they didn't want me to do it. And God said, go. And I said, yes, I want to say my saying. And I said my saying. And I said my saying every single game, every single game, every single game. And we won every single game. But then we got to this last game, the last game in the season. I'm going to show y'all something. Now, God told me that if I say this saying before every single game, that we were going to go undefeated. We were going to win the SIC championship, right? So we get to the last game and we're playing Tuskegee. We're playing Tuskegee University. And I know I'm tall, right? I'm 6'3", but guess what? They got tall girls too. And the thing that those tall girls had over us, their arms were longer than mine. Their arms were longer than my teammates, right? And so everything that went up went out. Have y'all ever spoke something and it seemed like when you spoke it, it got snatched down? It seemed like every time you spoke it, the enemy just slapped it down. And you were like, what is going on? So that's how it was in this game against Tuskegee, our last conference game of the season. And every time a ball went up, a ball went out. Nothing was going in the basket and we were losing. And I remember going into the locker room, right? And we were down and we were losing. This is halftime, you guys. Halftime, we are losing. And I sat there by myself after everybody ran back on the court. And I said, God, you told me, I did not say this. You told me to tell my teammates this is how I spoke to him. You told me to tell my teammates, if I say this same before every game, that we were going to win every game and go undefeated and win the SIC championship. This is what you said. So if we lose this game, it's on you. This is what I told God. I said, God, this is on you. It's not on me because I obeyed you. I did what you said do. Y'all got to understand. Now, in the process of all of that, you got to understand now, work takes place because you can't just expect to have faith and you're not doing the work. You got to understand, my sophomore year, you guys, I was in the gym. I'm talking about at 5 o'clock in the morning, we had a workout. I was back there at 12, and then I might have had footwork at 2, and then I was in the weight room at 4, and then we were in the gym again at 7. I was in the gym. I was working out 5 times a day. I was working my gift, and I wasn't just working my gift by myself, but I was working my gift with my team. My team was working their gift. So guess what? Now, I remember earlier that season, our coach came to us, and I hope I'm helping you. I really hope I'm helping you right now. My coach came to us and said, if you want to become an even better player, you need to do footwork, right? And so it was a lady, a trainer. She did footwork. Now, nobody did it. You want to know why? Because we were already in the gym, but I did. I did because I believed. I believed that I could become a better player than what I already was. And so I implemented the footwork. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. It's not easy being 6'3", trying to figure out your feet, and stuff like that. But what happened was I was doing footwork in between times, right? And I'm like, man, I'm tired. I want to go, but I'm going to go anyway. Let me tell you. So we're the last game, halftime. We're losing. And I tell that to God. I go back in the game, and that was the best game of my season, the best game of my life, because at that point, I did not just play as a center. I saw the entire floor as if I was a guard. And when I tell you, it was like God literally put down the solution to win this game. I'm telling you right now, it was like he gave me the ingredients. And I spoke to one of my teammates. My teammate, her name was Ducey, and she was 5'11", but she could dunk. She could dunk. And this is what I told her. I said, I told my teammates, give me the ball at the free throw line, and I'm going to just throw it. I'm literally going to throw it to the basket. Ducey, you're going to jump over everybody, and you're going to tap it in every time. We did that almost the entire rest of the game, and we won the game. Y'all got to understand something. I was like, what in the world? How did that solution came from God? Because I spoke to him, and I told God, look now, I'm doing what your word said do. Some of you got to speak back to God and say, God, I'm doing what your word said do. I'm doing the work. I'm doing what it takes. I'm speaking up and I'm speaking out. And God, I need you to show up and show out. I need you to show up in my life. And the only way it's going to happen is you. And what you got to understand is the enemy will put you in a predicament where it look like you lose it. You lose it, and it ain't even halftime yet. You're losing, and the only thing the enemy wants you to do is sit down and say, I guess this ain't for me. What if I would have sat there and said, well, I guess we're going to lose this game? No, because that's not what I spoke. That's not what I spoke. That's not what I decreed. That's not what I declare. And God, the only reason I spoke up and the only reason I spoke out to a room full of doubters, to a room full of some that may have believed, is because you told me I could. You told me that if I did this, you would. There's some things that God told you to do. There's some things that God told you to do, and he's going to stand on it. He's going to stand on what he said. But guess what? He needs you to believe. He needs you to stand on it. He needs you to speak up and speak out. That's what he needs you to do. I'm telling you this now. You got to continue to decree it and declare it. You got to continue to say, it's mine. It's mine. I know it don't look like it, but it's mine. If you're sitting in your house right now and you're like, I hate my house, I don't want to live in my house, I want you to say this. This is temporary. My new house is coming now. My new house is coming now. My new house is coming now. If you don't have transportation, I want you to say, my transportation is coming now. My transportation is coming now. If you're saying to yourself, your income is not where you want it to be, I want you to say, my income is going up now. My money is going up now. There's an increase hitting my bank account now. I want you to speak those things into the atmosphere, because I need you to understand that your tongue, your mouth, it has power. If you believe that your tongue or mouth has power, I want you to say, it has power. It has power. You hold the power. You hold the power. And it doesn't matter what it looks like. Somebody needs to hear that. It doesn't matter what it looks like. You hold the power. The power is in your hand. The enemy does not have the power. He doesn't. I know you want to, give it to it ain't the enemy, baby. No. If God gave you the vision, I'm going to need you to do a few things. So I've told you about speaking up and speaking out, but I need you to get disciplined. I need you to get disciplined, because I need you to understand something. I did not tell my teammates that we were going to win and we lollygagged and we were lazy. No, we put in the work. We put in the work. You got to understand that. We put in the work. I remember, believing that being 6'3" and running, that you're the last person to ever reach the baseline. You're the last person to ever finish running. And I remember my coach told me this. He said, why do you believe that? That's not necessarily true. When I started to do the footwork drill, I became one of the fastest people on our team. I was literally running with the guards, all because I took initiative to do something more, to work a little harder. And it changed the statistics that I believed. It changed the outcome of things. Your business can be successful, but you have to become disciplined in it. You have to do something different. You're going to have to change your work ethic. You're going to have to change the way you do things. I always tell people, respect your business. Respect your business. Work just as hard as you would for somebody else. If you clock in at 8 a.m., clock in at 8 a.m. And if you're late, you need to discipline yourself. I know it's your business, but you need to discipline yourself, because when you started your business believing that it was going to be something greater than where you started. In order for you to get to that place, there has to be discipline that takes place. You may be that person that's saying, every time I come up, something slaps me down. I need you to understand something. You may believe that, but can I tell you, don't look around you, look in the mirror at you, because I promise you, it's you. It's not your bloodline. It's not how you were brought up, but it's you. There are changes that have to take place in you. I always tell people, you want to change the course of your bloodline. You want to change where you're from. You have to change you. You have to change you. Why do you have to change you? I'm trying to tell y'all, you have to change you, because it's you that's stopping you. No one else can stop you. It is you that can stop you. You're the only one. Okay. Your clients are out there. Your customers are out there. The thing is, you have to put yourself in position so that they can see you, so that they can find you. It's you. If you want a better lifestyle, notice I said if you want a better lifestyle, you are going to have to do something different. And that different is going to cause you to become uncomfortable for a season of your life. You're going to be uncomfortable. But guess what? It's going to be you putting yourself in an uncomfortable place that is going to allow you to see what you have spoken. What you have spoken. I always tell people that come to me and say, I need prayer for finances. Before I pray over their money, I ask them 2 questions. Are you a tither? And do you sow? I ask those 2 questions. Why do I ask those 2 questions? Not because, can I help y'all? Not because, and this is me, this is nobody else. Not because a pastor taught me about tithing and sowing. But I ask those 2 questions for 2 reasons. Because God himself convicted me. God himself snatched everything from me and caused me to lose everything because I was not a tither, because I was not a sower. That is the first reason I asked that question. The second reason I asked that question is because millionaires that I'm coached by, millionaires that I read, when I read their book, they talk about giving. They talk about tithing. They don't necessarily say tithing, but when they say give back to your church, give back, it's always being said. I realize that even millionaires who don't go to church every day believe in the principle of tithing, believe in the principle of sowing. And that's why money is not an issue for them. So anytime somebody say, pray for my finances, I ask that question and I tell them this: I was stripped. God took everything from me. And when he took it from me, he revealed to me the reason I did it is because you're selfish. The reason I did it is because you're not tithing. The reason I did it is because you're not sowing. He said, and God told me, if you can start tithing and you start sowing, I'm going to give you back more than what you had. God told me that I'm going to literally burst something out of you that's going to allow you to no longer have to worry about money another day of your life. Let me tell you something. That's when I took off in my gifts. Y'all got to understand. That's when my gifts gave me access to something that this whole time I could have had access to. But he unlocked something in me because I was willing to obey. I was willing to obey. I always tell people, I tell people now, in January, my morning sickness was horrible. It was absolutely horrible to the point I was in the bed almost every single day. But the thing that blew me was when I was in the bed almost every single day in the month of January. And then when I got ready to go and get my new vehicle, I own my own businesses. So it's a little different when you own your own business. You got to show certain stuff. And when I got ready to do it, I was so blown away. I was so blown away at the income, the revenue that I brought in January. And most of that money I was in the bed because God has strategically poured on the inside of me how you can make money while you're asleep, how you can make money and you're not doing anything. If you're sick, right, with morning sickness like me, it doesn't stop your income. It doesn't stop your money. You got to understand, I had to get to a place of being uncomfortable though. I had to get to a place of being coachable. I had to get to a place where I did things differently. And I always tell people this: I love ministry. I love to be used by God, but I'm a servant in ministry. I'm in ministry to serve. I'm not in ministry to become a millionaire. No, I'm in business to become a millionaire, and I'm in ministry to serve. I'm going to say that again. I'm in business to become a millionaire, and I'm in ministry to serve. Serving is my way of giving back to the community. Serving is my way of giving back to God. Y'all got to understand, God uses me in both business and ministry, but I know which one my income is coming from. You have to know say to yourself, I got to know where my income is coming from. You cannot keep saying you're going to be a millionaire, but you're not walking in discipline and you're not willing to change to gain the million that you're trying to gain. I'm trying to help somebody here. So you got to say to yourself, it is my time. It is my turn, not to come up, but so that I can get in position. My come up is going to automatically come the minute I get in position. I can't get in position until I am willing to change. Somebody say, I have to be willing to change. I have to be willing to change. There's some changes that have to come forth out of me, right? So you all, I just wanted to get on here and I want to inspire you and motivate you this Monday. I'm telling you, because Monday is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, right? Beautiful day. And for us business owners, Monday is an amazing day, right? It's an amazing day. So you guys, like I said, I'm Prophetess Tamira Bell, also known as Coach Tamira Bell, and I'm looking for 20 women. I've already got some meetings with some women, but I'm looking for a total of 20 women for the month of May and June that want to win. Is that woman you that want to win? I'm looking for 20 women, and I'm talking about winning in life and winning in business for the month of May and June. 20 women. If that is you, all I want you to do is put in the chat, it's me. I'm ready to win. I just want you, but I'm ready to win. And we're going to set up a Zoom meeting. I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to go over the whole process with you. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, if you really want to win, I always tell people, you need a coach. People don't believe it because they don't want to invest in themselves. They don't want to, they don't want to give. They don't want to do this. But I'm going to tell you now, if you really want your life to change, you want your income to change, you got to get coaches. My income changed when I got coaches. My lifestyle changed when I got coaches. People don't believe it, but it's true. In ministry, we have coaches, but we call them pastors and apostles and bishops. In business, we just call them coaches, you know? And so if that's you and you're saying, I'm ready to win, I want to win, and you're one of those 20, I'm telling you now, you need to say, I'm ready. I want to win, and I'm going to get with you because I can't. This is the thing. It saddens me to see people that I've spoken to over the years and they haven't put the proper things in place and they're still trying to pursue a dream. And they're not walking in the dream. See, it's different when you're pursuing something. When you're pursuing something, it does not necessarily mean you're going to get it. It's like a guy that pursues a girl. Does not necessarily mean he's going to get that girl, right? But when you're walking in it, that means you're in alignment. The race has started and you're there and you're walking in it. And it saddens me because I know throughout journey, there will be people you meet and leave because they're not willing to do what it takes to get where they said they desired to be. It's not going to be given to you on a silver platter. It's not just going to be given to you. It doesn't work that way because God doesn't have a special person. I always tell people this. Jesus did not just walk to the cross and nail himself. No, even for Jesus, it was pain. It was suffering. It was trial. It was horrible, right? For him to get to purpose. So I tell people, if it was so simple, he would have just walked to the cross and nailed himself. But you have to understand that when it comes to purpose, there are things that are designed to stop you. But watch this, just like Jesus, before he got to the cross, it was the preparation that allowed him to endure the pain that came with getting to the cross. You have to put yourself in preparation. Jesus always went to his coach, and that was our Father God. Whether it was in 40 days of prayer, whatever it may have been, he always went to his coach, God, before he did something, before he went out and he spent his longest time with his coach, God, right? Before he fulfilled his final purpose. You have to understand that there is someone that you need to be able to talk to, you need to be able to receive impartation from, to help you get through the hurdles of life, get through the things that is going on in your life. Because you also need to understand you are not the only one. You are not the only one. And how do you do that? You put yourself in position to receive. Put yourself in position to receive. Put yourself in position to receive, because some people actually want to see you win. Some people actually want to see you win. Amen. You all, I'm Prophetess Tamara Bell, also known as Coach Tamara Bell. If you would like to sow into our ministry, Increase Global, we're doing something right now. We got a faith goal that we're trying to reach by the end of the year. And if this bless you and you would like to sow towards our faith goal of a $31 seed, or you just want to sow whatever the Lord places on your heart, you can sow it to our ministry at Team Increase 2019. That's Cash App, Team Increase 2019. If you do not have a Cash App, we do use Tithely, and you can sow that way. If you're a person that's saying, I am ready, I'm ready to win, and you're one of those 20 women, I want you to put in the comment that I am ready. I want you to inbox me, DM me, right, to schedule a Zoom conference call with me, a Zoom meeting with me, so that we can discuss, so I can discuss with you everything that will take place in the month of May and June. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this now. It is going to bless you. It's going to help you. It's going to elevate you. All right. So I want you to do those things if this bless you. Also, if you have not shared the video, go ahead and share the video. If you haven't tagged 4 people, go ahead and tag 4 people that you believe need to hear this word today. Again, I'm Prophetess Tamara Bell. You can, if you haven't followed me on Facebook, go to Tamara L. Bell, Timera L. Bell, to like my business page, or Increase Global, or Increase CORGL to like our ministry page. And you can check out my website at www.tamaralbell.com. You have a great, phenomenal week and a great Monday. God bless you all. I love each and every one of you. I thank God for each and every one of you. Don't